Start camp, you feel me? They about to kill us in about 12 more hours, so you feel me? We gotta eat some good grub before they really just try to act crazy with us, you know? But when the season comes, you know, we gonna go crazy, you know? We the Illinois State Redbirds, so anybody out there who really want to work, y'all just step up on the schedule. We gonna give y'all what y'all really want. Straight like that.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation, a celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Put it in a shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
Well, I said this the other day. I was impressed the way we look when we took the field. You know, it's a really good-looking football team from a length and size standpoint, and we look the part. You know, we move well.
Thunderbird's back. A lot of worried looks. Oh, what does that mean? Big boy pants are on, so it's big boy ball. Going to the car wash today. Who wants to join?
Today I was impressed with the contact. You know, we have some physical players, and you know, they backed it up. They move well, and so our team's doing pretty well. We have competition all over the field.
20 feet.
Start with offense. You know, offensively we struggled a little bit the last 2 years, and I felt that, man, we threw the ball really well these first 4 days.
I'm Kurt Beathard. I'm the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. I went through a whole bunch of stops in my coaching career. My children and my wife, we've moved 9 times before we moved and landed in Tennessee. And while we were in Tennessee, I worked away from home at 3 different jobs. I got a job offer from Coach Spack to come be the offensive coordinator here for the 2014 season. And everything was great. I enjoyed it, the 14 and 15. And right before the 16 season, I've realized that I've been away from my family quite a bit. And I had some personal issues we had to get straight, health and just relationship issues I had. And I thought it was best for me to go home and be a dad and a husband again for a while. We became close as a family, and everything was great, but I think God just kind of stepped in and said, hey, maybe the time's right. I got a call from Coach Spack, and he asked me, so about it, would I be interested? So I sat down and talked with my wife and my girls, and everything was fine. They were all off to college, and I said, yeah, this is the right time. This is the right time, and I'm excited about it because I loved working here. I loved working with Coach Spack, and it was the right situation.
It's awesome. I mean, I couldn't have been more excited when he was back here and hired back. So, he's the kind of the guy who basically taught me everything I know about like college football, basically, because he was here my first 2 years, and I basically learned the offense from him. And I mean, it's just in meetings every day you find yourself like learning just new little things.
Well, right now we got a veteran starter in Jake Colby, obviously, and he's played a lot of football. He was here in the past when I was here, and I really love working with him. There's probably not a harder worker on our team than Jake.
You always want to leave a place better than you found it, and I feel like the past couple of years we definitely, as a group, haven't accomplished the goals we wanted, and I haven't accomplished the goals individually that I've wanted. But at the end of the day, I do think a lot of people have just kept working hard and haven't really changed their mindset. They've definitely worked on some new things, but there were people who've been working hard, and I feel like I've worked hard no matter the circumstance over the last 2 or 3 years. So you just got to keep working, and good things will eventually happen.
You know, Jake Colby's had a lot of experience now, and we have to do a better job of protecting Jake. He's been hit quite a bit the last couple seasons, and I felt that, he's taken on unnecessary punishment, and so hopefully we can do that. I'll be quite honest, coming out of the spring, I don't know who our backup is right now. I don't know who that guy is. Hence, as we went and got Brady Davis. Very impressive. Whatever it is, he seems to have it. He's very balanced. He can runs well. He's really good on the scramble and the move, and he's got a very quick release. And that, when I was a defensive coordinator, that's when I study the quarterback, and when I see a very quick release, that really makes me not too happy, because it's hard to get him on the ground. Jake Colby right now is our quarterback, and everybody's been told that it's his job to lose, and he knows that. He's an established player. He's a very good kid and a great leader and a good player. So he played very well in the spring, I thought.
Really just making the most of every day and every meeting and everything we do. There's a reason, and Coach Spack always says we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't important. So you gotta take everything exactly the same and go 100% all the time and be locked in mentally in everything we do.
The best thing about it is playing in the Valley, the expectations are high here to get back to the playoffs and be a team that competes week in and week out. And I think that's everybody's goal here.
Like, obviously, I haven't really accomplished all the goals I've set out, like, playing-wise, but that hasn't changed how hard I've worked or any of that. So I don't have any regrets with that. Yeah, maybe some of the goals haven't been accomplished yet. I think I can accomplish many of them this season. So whatever happens, happens. But I know I'll continue to work extremely hard and give everything I got for this program until the final game.
Some people don't like the quarterback deal. I don't call it a controversy. Why would you ever call that a controversy? That's a good thing, isn't it? It's great. I wouldn't call this a controversy. It's called depth. It's called depth.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Put it in a shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
Arturo was good, but
here's what I want you to first to think about, or not think about, or give me nominations are for captains. And I did this by the council last year, and I'm not having a council right now. It's just not. I'm really not happy with how that has gone. To be quite honest with you, I always think that's like to me, it's always like a homecoming king contest, popularity contest, and as is this captains. So I'd rather have guys who've been around the program, who know the culture of the program, who know the culture of the school and what we want. I think you guys are probably the better guys. So that's why we're doing this. So give me some names, and when the names go up here, that's all we're voting on. So offensive captains, who do you think should be nominated? Jake who? Oh, Colby. Pagovich. Spell it for me, if I got it correct. T-K-O. V-I-C? V-I-C-H. All right, I want you guys to be the most intelligent senior class ever come through here. Win the national championship. Win the Missouri Valley title. Lead the MAC in total, Missouri Valley in total offense. Lead the Missouri Valley in total defense. But that may be a goal, but what are the goals you have to meet to get to that point? So discipline, both on and off the field. On and off. Very good goal, we had a class, I don't know when it was last, no off the field issues. That was one of the deals. And guess what happened the first week of school? A disciplined person still can make a mistake, but yet correct it. Right? So I think that's a good goal. What else?
Improve every day.
Improve every day. Okay, what else?
Hold yourself and your teammates accountable.
Hold yourself and your team accountable, right? Does that sound right?
I think the amount of time I put into the program, just countless hours, whether that's at home on breaks or when you're back here early because no one's here on campus, early mornings, late nights. It's just, I guess, countless hours that my teammates and I have put in, and sometimes it goes unnoticed, and maybe some people don't put in that same amount of time, but I think it's just countless hours put in to try to be successful, and that's why a lot of football players and me personally take it so seriously, because I've been a part of teams in high school and in college that have won championships, and the feeling that you get winning those big games and stuff that is unlike anything else. And so you just kind of get, like, if you work hard, it kind of just becomes a habit, and it's hard to let yourself down or not go up to your capabilities in everything you do, because it's something you do.
All right, road warriors, okay, that's definitely to be that, all right. I would say we've been pretty good on the road, but all of a sudden we've lost a few big games at home in the last 2 years. We don't lose at home.
period. Because you got to steal one on the road then, don't you? And you know that's tough sledding. But we're very capable, all right? Discipline on and off the field, okay? We're going to improve every day, okay? All right? In everything we do. We want to hold ourselves and our team accountable, okay? We're going to start fast and finish faster. That's practice, right? Is that practice in everything? In everything we do, right? And I think that leads to championships, which is the national, don't put natty on it, national, the MVC, and the state championship. You got 3 titles you got a chance to win. 3 championships.
When I played here, you know, to get to the playoffs would have been a really cool deal. Being 6-5 would have been a really big deal. But with Coach Spack, what he's been able to do, and this is where I don't think people appreciate it enough, is he's really kind of changed not just the culture of the football program, but he's also kind of changed the culture of the community to where the expectation of 6-5 isn't good enough. And from when I was here first to where it is now, that part of it is awesome, to have those type of expectations. Now there's a burden with that, but our burden isn't worrying about, hey, are we going to get to the playoffs? Are we going to be 6-5? My burden as a defensive coordinator, as a position coach, is to make sure that everything that we do is geared towards that first football game. And worrying about everything that we can possibly do is win that first football game. And how do we do that? Well, we take care of the little things.
This is absolutely correct. It's what's gotten this team in trouble. You had asked if you could miss part of your the workout to see your mom's. Remember that? Yeah. Guess what I made you do?
Do it.
Go see it. Yeah, you can go see it. Make sure you're back here by 5:30 next morning. All right, you can go see it. Go to the retirement. But hey, it's called being a grown man. You got to take care of business.
I think his man-building mantra starts with being able to grow a terrific mustache. I think that's the first rule of it. But in all seriousness, he wants us to be blue-collar, hard-working young men. And I came in, 18-year-old freshman. I was a boy. Hate to say that, but that's the truth. And he really built me up into the young man I am today. And I owe a lot to that man. And it's all because of his tough mantra that he instills in us.
I love this kind of team. This is when we thrive here at Illinois State, because everybody thinks we're going to be. Yeah.
No matter if we end the season conference champions or winning record or losing record, we've always done more the next season, and so this season's no different. Coaches have even said our workload this off season has been way more than we've done in the past for a while now, and so we expect good results from that too, because everybody's rose up to the challenge. No one's been slacking off lately, and so we expect good things from this season.
When you hold each other accountable, it's amazing what an organization can do. It's absolutely amazing. All right, anything else? Okay, good. See ya. Thanks. 1 o'clock. Appreciate you coming.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Put it in a shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
I think about Harold Etheridge. In his time in the 90s at ISU, it seemed like the lines had a nastiness to them in addition to excellent technique. They weren't as big as the version you have now, but have you noticed that kind of infusion of edge to your offensive line?
Yeah. Well, offensively, obviously, it all starts up front. They were vastly improved in the spring. They're younger guys last year, but they're starting to gain a lot of experience. I think that group's going to be very good.
I'll go right to left. So, offensive line, Donnie. He's a freak. He's like 3'10". He's super lean. He's got crazy footwork, and he's just really focused, super smart kid.
Donovan O'Day came back. He wanted to play one more year of football, and he might play more than that. Who knows? You know, he hasn't been an offensive lineman very long. You know, he had a knee injury he came back from, and we appreciate what Donovan has done.
Chad's really athletic, can pull like crazy. He loves it, licks his lips when he gets the pull, so that's exciting to see because not every lineman loves it. Garrett's extremely smart. He's got really good footwork. He knows what's going on. He can see a safety rolling down when nobody else can. Eric Mickelson, that dude's freaky athletic too. He can really get on people quick too. He's got some strong paws on him. Drew Himmelman, 6'10", freak. I mean, just built. He can wear an XL shirt. Did you know that? I'm just gonna throw it. He wears an XL shirt and he's like 3'10". It's insane. He's just built crazy. I mean, he's like a 19-time All-American, so that's exciting to see.
I think our left tackle, Drew Himmelman, will be, you know, one of the finest players that I've seen here up front in a while. We've got a lot of good players, but Drew is, you know, 6'10", and you know he's, I don't know, 3'10", 3'15". You know, he'll be probably close to 320 when it comes to fall, and he's still 19, 20 years old. I think we're physical inside. You know, our guards are good players, and we have, you know, centers are good players. I like our front. I think that group's going to be very good.
Coach Etheridge is really funny and really interesting.
Hurry up, get a look. Remember who you are, give it a look. Go! Good. On that one now, you can give a little hand presence, Chad, right? Do your number, kill your number. I can't get any easier than that. Unhook your trailer there. G. Go! There you go. Good. Attaboy.
He gets on dudes, but he's not putting you down, you know. He's attacking the problem, not the person, which I think is a huge thing he does. He's fun. I mean, he loves to interact, and he's a great guy, and I'm glad he's my coach.
What really makes me excited about this team is the fact that we had such a great spring with the amount of change that we had. I'm really excited that we are all able to adapt so quickly with the new coaching staff and be a very successful group in the spring. I'm really excited for the future, and I think we're going to do something special.
You learn over the years of football. There's nothing more important than D-line and O-line. They set the tone for the offense and defense. So if you don't have a line, you can't be successful. And I have a lot of faith in our O-line, and I think they do a great job. They're fun guys to be around. They work hard, and obviously I know Coach Beathard, no one watches more film than him during the season, so I know whatever plays he calls, we'll all be confident in them, and I know they'll probably be successful.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
John didn't have his best of days yesterday. Really was good this morning. When you're 328 pounds and 6'6" and you're still just a baby, it's you don't know how good he could be. And he for this position, I think he's going to demand a double team, and he can't accept not being. And I told him on the field yesterday, I said, you should be offended if anybody tries to block you one-on-one. And he likes that. John likes combative. He's combative. He likes combative situation, and the more combative it is, the more he flourishes. And the less structure and the more street fight it becomes, the more he really likes it.
You get there, let's rip at that ball. Good job. Way to make a play, big man. Power, 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 good.
John Widgeway is a young man that we moved over from offensive line. And, we're probably going to start calling him Little John, but he's not little. He's 6'6", 320-pound man. Any good football team is going to win with their offensive and defensive line. For us specifically, we're excited about our defensive line, but we're going to be young up front.
I've been very happy with Jake Powell. Jake Powell that'll be a really good combination there. Jake has handled the competition very well. Jake played last year, as a freshman, and Jake's not as big. He's a former linebacker, but he's very tough. He's very strong, and he's a really good technician. And he has played very well early here. And knock on wood, those two guys stay healthy. It's the toughest position on the field. And those two guys are tough guys. And then we got a good young one coming from Normal Community. I think he'll be good. I'm not sure Basone will be ready this year, but he's shown some signs. He's a tough guy, and he's never played defense before at this level. So, but those two guys I think are doing very well.